Although this looks like a Bluetooth speaker, it's not. Let's talk about what it is though. And I'd also personally would like to thank Viewsonic for not only sponsoring this video, but also for sending out the M1. So when they reached out, it was really a no-brainer because I had been eyeing this. The features on it alone just had me interested. So many may look at this and just automatically assume that it is another Bluetooth speaker, but my friends, this is so much more. This is a portable projector with the built-in speaker. And I think this might actually be one of my new favorite gadgets. So this particular item is known as the Viewsonic M1. And this probably is one of the most super versatile and portable projectors that still manages to pack a powerful battery life. So along the side, you'll find your focus wheel. And then on that same side, you have a pull tab. If you pull on it, it will actually reveal your connection options. So you have the option to connect something to this via USB. You also will find a headphone jack, an HDMI port, USB-C port, DC port, and a micro SD card slot. So you have a ton of different ways in which you can consume media or enjoy your content. And then along the back of it, you have your buttons, which include your power button, your volume controls, and your back button as well. And beneath that, you have your battery LED indicator. And of course, that built-in Harman Kardon speaker, which, might I add, produces some really great sound. And then on top of all of that, you have an area in which you can actually connect a tripod to this. But personally, I haven't found a need to connect one because if you look here, you actually have what's known as a smart stand. So you can pull this down and it will reveal the lens to the projector. So not only does it protect the lens to the projector, but it also functions as the stand for you so that you can just prop it and then adjust it at any pretty much angle in which you want for it to display the media in which you want to consume. And it also will function as the power on and off option, so you don't even have to hit the button along the back, because once you pull it down, it powers on, and once you close it over the lens, it powers off. Which brings me to another feature that I like about this. So say for instance, you cross in front of this. There's actually a sensor that will temporarily disable the projection so that you don't blind yourself when you happen to walk by in front of it. So that's a nice touch. This basically has everything that you need, at least to me, when you're limited on space, time, and ambient light. And speaking of lighting, this will perform well in dim lit or well lit scenarios. Between the two though, I do like to consume this in a dim lit scenario. I like to turn off the lights and get it as dark as possible because it just, to me, makes the image look a little bit better, a little bit more vibrant. It just has that like movie theater feel and pop to it. So that's my preferred way to consume media from this. I've found myself actually using this more than my TV, especially when I'm in like my bedroom, because I'll just point it up at the ceiling and catch up on my TV shows or a movie and fall asleep like that. It's just so small and travel friendly. Like, it's about the size of your phone, not width-wise, of course, as it is thicker. Now you can control the projector via the buttons along the back, or you can use the included remote, which is my preferred method. And not only do you get a remote with this, but you also get a carrying case and a power supply. But I think you'd be happy to know that if you happen to forget that power supply, it can run off its internal battery. Now, resolution-wise, it is 480p, so if you are a pixel peeker or someone that is in that space, that's something to consider. But for the average person, I feel like you'll be fine because although it's 480p, it looks fairly decent. I really didn't start to think about the fact that this was 480p until I would look at something like text, because you can start to see the pixelation happening around the edges of your letters fairly easy. But when you're looking at something like a video, it's not as obvious, and personally to me, it's still enjoyable. It's really a great convenient option for anyone that's looking to take their media, movies, or presentations on the go. Because I can personally attest to a couple of scenarios that I have been in and others in which I know have been in where they needed a projector either for one of those reasons, and there was always that concern for compatibility issues in reference to like having the appropriate cord for the device in which they're trying to connect it to. Whereas with something like this, you have a lot of different options in which you can actually connect your media to it. So I feel like you should be good to go. But this has definitely been spoiling me because I just think it's so cool that I can like lay up in my bed and watch TV on my ceiling, or even just put like an image of the stars up there to kind of just help me relax and unwind with some white noise or some nice relaxing music. Or with the holidays approaching, you can get creative and actually use this to display like virtual decorations. For Christmas or New Year's, you could put like a slideshow up, a virtual fireplace and have Christmas music playing from this. We could get really creative. And while we're talking about that, let me know down below in the comment section, like, what do you think you would use a projector like this for? But thus far, I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna be taking this with me on occasion when I'm traveling, especially home for the holidays, because I wanna say this can even display something like a game console, like my Nintendo Switch. I can connect it to this, project it on a wall, and be good to go. And something else that I really love about this is that when I am projecting an image, it will auto resize it so that I don't have to do it manually. I think you can adjust that within the settings, but I have mine on auto so that it will go ahead and scale it appropriately based upon what it feels it's being placed on. But yeah, this is just something really quick I wanted to share with you all that I'm currently enjoying. And if you're in the market for a projector, especially a portable projector, you should really look at the Viewsonic M1 because I've been pleased thus far and I feel like you would be too. But if you want to find out more information about it, I'll have a link for you down below in the description box. But that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button below. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.